Hello and welcome back to the GorillaBiker. Today what we're going to be doing is changing out the Rizoma kind of clip-on bars that came on my Z900RS for higher Protaper contour bars. I can't remember the exact code. I will put it in the description or something later in case you want to copy this. One important thing to note is I do have these stock bars, but I'm not putting them back on because I don't want to. So that is an important thing to point out. I know a lot of people have mentioned to me I should put these back on. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. But we will have to obviously hopefully drill out these few holes that exist on this bar as locators on the Protapers. I say hopefully because it's possible that the previous owner did knock off those locator tabs so that they didn't have to drill the holes. Kind of hoping that didn't happen. I do prefer having them on there. So first and foremost, let's get those old bars off the bike. I'll show you what you need to take them off and then get the new ones on there and see what we need to do to install them. So yeah, let's get into it. So first what you want to do is have a 6mm Allen to remove these 4 bolts. As you can see, I've already loosened them off. I have put down something to protect the tank as well. Then we're also going to need to loosen off these guys here, which was a 5mm Allen, these two. There are also, hopefully now the light's gonna play ball, there's a Phillips head here and another one down here that's gonna need to be loosened. I know you're not gonna see them very well, but I'll point them out with the screwdriver. So there's one here and one just here. And then you should be able to remove this side. I might need to take out the clutch cable and stuff. We'll definitely need to adjust them later, but we'll deal with that when we come to it. I have also removed these because this made me happy. Oh, there's my other Allen. And yeah, Stromboli is being a very good workbench. So essentially, to remove the actual bars, 2 more Allens here, 2 Allens here, and then there's two more Allens just here and here to get this unit off. All you actually need to remove the old bars is 6mm, 5mm, 3mm Allen, and a Phillips. I do have these all loosened, so what I'm going to do now is just actually get this off, get the bar out of there, and see what we're dealing with going forward. Okay, so the good news is the bars are off really easy. I did also manage to save all the grips, which is nice. So now what we'll do is we're just going to mock up the bar, the Protaper bar, make sure everything fits nicely, make sure I can tighten it. And then we'll start marking off where we need to do the holes, because the good news is previous owner also did put those holes back in there, which just makes my life easier because it means I don't have to try snug them up when they could rotate on the bar. The reason those locators are there, it's not just for positioning, it's to stop stuff rotating on the bars. Obviously being pinched there is generally good enough, but not all the time, so you are better off retaining those holes. And yeah, I'll always have these in case I want to use them for the track or something if I miss them. I don't see that happening, but maybe. Okay, I fixed the darkness with this camera, sorry. So what I'm going to try to do now is, so for where the tabs are, and you can see one tab right there, I'm going to get everything kind of put onto the bars, roughly, mark the tab with this paint pen, and then put it kind of where I want it, and basically mark the location. What the hell was that? Weird. And mark the try mark the bar with the paint pen off of that locator, and then we can drill the bar. So I'm going to try to do that now, and then basically I will show you me while I drill the bars. And Protapers are also cool because you can actually shorten these bars. Not that I would, I actually got them because they're wider and I like a wider grip stance. So the left hand bar is the easiest to set up. So what we're going to do is slide on this grip or I will after I put this camera down. Slide on this grip and then base everything off that where I want it, and then I can kind of roughly copy everything on the right hand side. This is much easier to do with clip-ons, because a clip-on you can just drill and then rotate where you want it and lock it in position. A bit easier when you've fixed bars. It is a little bit more difficult, but we'll get there. Okay, so my little paint trick, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but my little paint trick worked better than I thought. So now let's center punch that and drill it out. How I judge the hole size is I'm going to judge it based off this guy, the stock. Now everything over here is unfortunately freedom sizes, and I have a feeling this won't be, so we'll go 3/16. A little bit of movement in 3/16, and then 1/4 is a bit too big, so we'll go 3/16 and we'll try that. But first I'm going to just give myself an actual centering hole as best I can off it and drill it. I'm not really worried if this is slightly off, so it doesn't matter too much to me, but I want to do it as accurately as I can. So that has worked pretty well. I didn't drill the whole way through or anything, I didn't need to. We'll just pinch this one up on there. When I say the whole way through, I obviously mean like the wall of the bar. You just need to go in enough so the locator can catch. So as you can see now, this is really nice and solid here. Like I said, I just drilled in enough to get that little locator in there. That's it, and that's that remounted. I do have bar ends to go on here. I might use the bar end mirrors for a little bit, and I'm probably going to safety wire. If I can find my safety wire, I'm going to safety wire this grip. But that's as easy as it is. So I mean, it's already mark it where you want it, which is pretty much exactly what I meant to do, which is nice. I always leave a little bit of space here in case you want to use different grips or you need to push this in a bit, whatever. I don't like to limit myself, so I always leave just a little gap. Now I'm going to replicate that over here and I'll show you the end result, because I don't think you need to watch me drill everything. Literally going to do the same thing, kind of mock everything up where I want it, mark it, drill it. Relatively straightforward job. And then at the end I'll show you kind of adjusting your clutch and throttle play again, because you will need to readjust those obviously if you're changing from. However, if you're changing from the stock bar, then obviously you probably won't need to adjust anything really. Okay, so we're done. It's a bit weird. To make everything line up the way I want, I kind of had to put these angled forward, because obviously these bars aren't exactly the same as stock. So you can see here, this is actually not fitting flush to this because of the bend in the bar. There's no way to fix that currently. I'll play around with it. But what I meant is I just had to kind of roll my clutch lever perch and my brake lever perch, which is this guy, forward, which makes the stock mirrors look kind of not funny. I mean, they don't look bad, they just also don't look fantastic. Really quick on your clutch free play. So this is your quick adjuster for your clutch. You can also adjust it down here. My god, the light in here is so bad, I need to get some lights. And it's all black, but there is an adjuster here as well. I don't know, you're not going to see that, is there? Maybe. That's kind of your longer term adjuster if you're just looking to adjust on the fly. This is what I used. All my cabling seems a lot happier now. I have the throttle adjusted nice and snappy. I'll show you that one in a sec. But how you adjust this is you wind off your lock ring here, and then you can adjust this in and out. Out, making your clutch cable tighter, or rotating this way. So as you look at it, rotating clockwise from this direction, or counterclockwise back in towards the perch will loosen off slack. So what I have set here is just a little bit of slack. And what you want to do is you want to check how your slack is all the way right. So I have more slack there, and then all the way left, and I have slack here too. So basically you just want to make sure you have slack full lock both directions, so you don't accidentally pull in the clutch. Then over here, your brake is your brake. That's obviously hydraulically driven, so you don't need to worry about that, which is nice. And then these are your adjusters for your throttle. So again, what you want to do is you push and pull cables here. So this is pull or open the throttle. That's this one here, or the front side as you look at it. And then your pull throttle is to close it. So you basically want to try roll that forward. That should be tight. There's generally zero free play supposed to be in your return. And then to pull the throttle, you want a little bit of free play. And again, what you want to do here is turn it all the way left. A little bit of free play still there. All the way right. A little bit of free play still there. So essentially, we have a nice throttle action all the way around. And that's it. All done. Don't forget to, by the way, vacuum up your aluminium shavings, and I will always say aluminium. As you can see, I did that. I cleaned anything off that was up and around the engine. You don't want to leave aluminium on stuff that's bad. So how would I rate this job difficulty wise? It's probably like I'm going to say a 5 or a 6 because it does require, you know, drilling. If you're not comfortable with that, obviously you can't do it. What you will need is the couple of tools I showed at the beginning, a couple of Allen keys, a Phillips head screwdriver, drill bits, and also then some form of center punch to just mark your drilling location, and like a paint pen or something to mark where you want to go. But really and truly, if you have tools and you're kind of used to doing things, replacing your bars is super easy, unless you're going something wild. Like if you're going back towards your stock location, or closer to the handlebars, generally you can adjust everything around it. If you're putting on apes or something much taller, obviously you will have to consider like longer brake lines, a longer clutch line, stuff like that. So that is something to be aware of, that you might get yourself into a situation where you actually need to change your brake lines, clutch line, throttle cables, everything else if you go too tall. Just something to be aware of. I mean, dropping down to those almost clip-ons style handlebar, everything still worked fine. It didn't feel as snappy and nice as it does now, but it did still work fine. It was just kind of all tucked in behind the headstock, which I think was kind of pinching one or two things, so it feels a lot better now. And obviously is a lot more comfortable for me being tall. But yeah, I mean, I really like the look of the Protaper handlebars. They were not expensive. I got them on Amazon for I think around about $100. The nice thing about the Z900RS, or Z900RS, is that the stock bars are actually fat at the middle, so you can get the Protaper fat bars and just fit them directly in there. One thing I do need to do is get bar end weights to fit the Protaper bars. So if you've ever done this, let me know what bar ends you used, because I would be interested to try them. And I need to look at like an adjustable clutch and brake lever for like this way or angle, because I'm not really delighted with how it sits right now. But you know, that's all kind of teething problems. I think it looks fantastic, and hopefully it'll feel nice on the road. As you can probably see, it's very warm in this garage, so I'm going to go back into the air conditioning now and change my t-shirt and probably the rest of my clothes. But yeah, if you wanted to change the bars in your Z900RS, let me know how this helped. If you want to see any more detailed videos on doing it, let me know. I can make more detailed ones if you really want me to. And yeah, overall, just let me know, did you enjoy it? And yeah, thanks for watching. As always, a very special thank you to all of my patrons. You're all legends. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just appreciate the support. We did hit 9,000 subscribers, which is pretty amazing. I try not to get carried away with numbers because I think you just focus on them too much. So it's really nice to see that 9,000 subscribers, but honestly, it's more important to me that people still actually like and comment on these videos weekly. I'm glad that you enjoyed them. And yeah, until next time, thank you again for watching. Adios. Outro crew, what would your go-to bar be? I have always liked the look of Protapers. I also like that they're the widest bars you can get. I am considering putting Protapers onto Stromboli as well. Very strongly considering putting them onto Stromboli, so I might have to do that. But yeah, let me know if you ever do change your bars. What do you change to, and why do you change to them? Bye, Outro crew.